Someone almost scammed me on Depop, and I wanted to make a video on it so I could potentially help some of you guys, because I know a lot of people might not have ever had a situation like this happen to them, and it's only happened to me on Depop a couple times. I don't think this is something that runs rampant on Depop, but it is something to be wary of, and it's something that almost slipped under the radar for me. I almost missed the fact that someone was trying to scam me, and the only way I found out that they were trying to scam me was by this email by Depop. So here's my first tip. Check your email, especially if you guys sell on Depop, because I looked at this email like a week too late, and when people dispute things on Depop, they normally give like a 48-hour window. Like right here, it says, please provide this information within 48 hours. So this is just like an extra note to you guys that if you guys do sell on Depop and someone tries to potentially scam you or something might be fishy going on, check your email. Make sure to check your Depop emails every single day. Basically what happened is this is just a standard chargeback case. If you guys don't know what a chargeback is, it's essentially when someone will purchase an item and then they will go through their bank saying that they were not the one that made that purchase, even though they did. I feel like most of the time it's intentional. Sometimes people's cards or accounts, they get stolen or compromised. So I do understand it, but especially if someone is communicating with you about a sale, like say someone buys something from you, you send them a message like, hey, thanks for your purchase, and they actually respond to you, and then they try to file a chargeback, you will almost guaranteed win the chargeback case every single time. But if someone is trying to do a chargeback on Depop should send you an email like this. It says, important update regarding your sale to Hang in There Baby. So basically in this email, they're saying that regarding your sale of a t-shirt to Hang in There Baby, and then they give the date, which was over a month ago, they received a dispute claim directly from the buyer's bank. So like I said, this is when the buyer will go to their bank and be like, hey, I didn't make these purchases. And then their bank on their behalf will like go and try to get all the money back essentially. So bank disputes are handled separately from our internal dispute processes, and Depop doesn't make the final decision. So the final decision is not up to Depop, which is crazy because when we get to it later in the video, this is like a $25 item. The fact that people are chargebacking $25 items, it's just actually sad. So Depop's role is to gather as much evidence and information as we can to defend the claims on your behalf. So Depop is actually trying to defend me in this process. And then they normally need you to provide the following, proof of postage, which is easy, signed or signature of tracking. I never do like sign, deliver anything. Previous conversation. So like I said before, especially if a person has either like been trying to negotiate with you on this item, or if you send them a message and you're like, hey, thanks for your purchase, and they actually respond to it and they're like, oh, thank you. That shows intent, and it shows intent that they actually did buy the item, especially if someone's like negotiating with you or something and then they buy it and then they try to say that they didn't buy it. Like I said, I've never had an instance where they haven't lost. I think I've had about 5 chargebacks or so in my time of selling on Depop, which is over 5 years selling on Depop full time. I've only had 5 chargebacks, so like 1 a year. So it's not really a common thing, but I did want to make a video on it just in case anyone happens to experience something like this or they don't know what to do when you do get a chargeback case. So this is basically what is going to happen. Any previous conversations, like I said, proof of the condition of the item not shown in the listing. So this is why it's super important to take detailed pictures of your item. Like if there's a hole in it, make sure you take a picture of the hole, because sometimes people will try to charge back if something's not in the condition that they thought it would be in. Proof of authenticity for this item not shown in the listing. So this is why it's good to take pictures of the tags. If it's a designer item, make sure you're taking pictures of all the style codes, stuff like that. You don't necessarily need all of this, but it's going to help your case. Here's how I responded. Admittedly, I was kind of pretty blunt with them. I just said, has this already been decided and refunded from my account? Because I responded, I think like over a week after they had sent this email, which is why it's important to check your emails from Depop. This user isn't even on Depop anymore, which is a clear admission of guilt of scamming. Yeah, so in my case, this user that bought something from me is no longer on Depop. Like if you go to their page, it looks like they actually were banned for like an offense, because it's not like they blocked me. I tried to go to their page and I'll show the screenshot. It says this user is no longer on Depop. So that's like just admission of guilt that they're scamming. I said, why would the funds be taken away from me? Here's proof of delivery. Please let me know if this has been taken out of my account or not. This is ridiculous. It's obviously someone scamming. I was pretty blunt. I'm a little cheeky with Depop because like I know they're just trying to do their due diligence, and in this case it's their bank. It's not actually the person being like, oh, I didn't actually buy this. Like the person went through their bank and now the bank is in contact with Depop, so they probably have to keep it really professional and provide as much information as they can. So even though to them they're probably like, okay, this person's scamming, they're not even on Depop anymore, they just need to do the due diligence of like getting all the information. So I sent them all the information. They never did say anything to me. This is what I message everyone when they buy something from me. I just say, hey, thanks for your purchase. They never did say anything. So here is the tracking number. I provided them with the tracking number. And then look, here's the screenshot. This user is no longer on Depop. User's no longer on Depop, so I can't even do anything. But I did send them just the tracking and then a screenshot of that. That's all I sent them in the first email. They sent a follow-up email that says, hi there, I can confirm that the buyer has not been refunded, so we have evidence to provide the chargeback. Can you please provide proof of postage, the postage receipt? And in the screenshot, I have the tracking information, which matches the tracking information I sent them before. It says delivered in their mailbox. And then here is what I paid. So then I have my proof of postage, like I actually bought this. Here's the ship date and everything. That's all that I sent to them. And then I just said, please keep me updated. And they said, thanks for sending it over. We'll review the information shortly. There will be one of two outcomes. If we accept your proof, we'll defend your chargeback on your behalf. In this case, you won't be charged, even if the bank decides against you. If you don't hear back from us, you can assume that this is the case. If your proof is not valid, you won't be covered by seller protection. Then we'll proactively refund the sale and you'll be charged. We'll let you know about this outcome. Thanks for working with us, blah, blah, blah. It's been 4 days. I haven't heard anything. I'm pretty sure I'm in the clear, pretty sure I'm in the green. I'm pretty sure you could still dispute this if they don't side in your favor, but they're just trying to determine how they're going to defend the chargeback on my behalf. Like I said, this is Depop versus the bank. I think it is kind of cool that they said, even in this case, you won't be charged if the bank decides against you. So even if the bank is like, no, they didn't actually make this purchase, Depop, I think, is accepting enough of the proof that they're like, okay, well, they're just scamming or being really shady. So I hope this video kind of helps someone. I don't know if there's many like videos on YouTube about Depop scams or chargebacks, and I haven't dealt with one in a while, so I just want to make a quick video. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have any questions or if you guys have dealt with a chargeback like this before on Depop, maybe lost one, so we can talk about that. I've won every single chargeback case I've had on Depop. I do have a pretty positive experience with Depop support being pretty good about this, so I'll let you guys know if anything changes, if I hear anything back, but as of now, I think we beat the chargeback scammer. I can't believe someone's trying to charge back and scam for like 20 bucks, bro. Like, get a life. That's actually crazy. This is Jackson, Loveless Vintage. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe for more Depop thrifting and vintage content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.